So the next thing, let's talk about stocks. S&P 500. It's been hitting record highs. Where does the stock market go from here?
To the moon.
Fact.
I mean, because of Bitcoin, like I keep stressing this, all investors are competing against each other now. So I think we're at 28% for the year. Bitcoin can't have the return that it's having, and S&P drags. At some point, there has to be a restructuring of the S&P, I think. But the market's only going to go up, and if inflation is going to continue to run, the S&P has to give a multiple of what inflation is. That's the formula. If inflation is 6%, the S&P has to at least double that. Now the numbers have gotten astronomically past that, but like the formula is indexes. That's why the bond market that's why he said if it's at 4%, I don't want to hold an asset for 20 or 30 years to get a 4% return. You're going to be net negative at that point. So the S&P would do incredibly well. We're hitting numbers and that I never thought we would hit this quickly, but it's the greatest lesson that you will always learn. You have to park your money into vehicles. Like I was talking to Ish earlier. He was like, should I buy Bitcoin now? Should I wait? I'm like, wait for a price. But I'm like, well, I can get in for a week and get out. I'm like, hold this shit for a long period of time. I know the short-term gain seems sexy, but something is going to go wrong. A tweet is going to go out. Legislation is going to get passed. But if you hold this for a long period of time, you'll be A-okay, especially a 4 or 5 year period.
Yeah, just from a historical standpoint, over the past 75 years, this is not like theory, this is actual facts. Over the past 75 years, we've always talked about the best months to invest in. The best month to invest in for the S&P, November. Average return is 1.8%.
Yep.
The best month to invest in the Dow is tied, November and April, 1.8% return.
Yeah, that's after the hedge fund money comes in March. Yep.
The best month to invest in the NASDAQ is January, 2.7%. And number 2 is November, 2.1%. So we're talking about the major indexes on average for the past 75 years. November is the best month
of the year.
Yes, we saw there was an election. So it was like, oh, wait, this is exponential growth. But it's on average.
For the course. Yeah.
Right. It's on course with what the past 75 years has shown. In fact, November, December, and January. Do you know what the average return is for those months over the past 75 years?
All three combined?
Combined.
I think 5.5%.
6.5%.
Yeah.
Just for those 3 months. So if somebody's like, when should I get into the market? When should I open my brokerage account? Yeah. When should I start investing? The best month of the calendar year is November. The best 3 months that you're going to see are November, December, and January, historically over the past 75 years.
And on the hedge fund side, when you have new clients coming into the fourth quarter, you think they want to bring clients in and they're losing money? We told, this is why InvestFest, okay, if you guys were at InvestFest and you invested then, that Monday, how much would you be up now? I hear the criticism. What I don't hear often is the execution of if you bought the shit that we talked about. You had a whole Nick Cannon drum line up there telling you what to buy. Like August and September, the market is down. The last quarter is going to run. If I made you money, please put yes in chat.
And speaking of that, mark your calendars on November 25th, special show leading up to Thanksgiving. We will be doing something for Black Friday. Stay tuned. But it was something that we've never done before. Let's just say that. And it's a jointly combined situation. So
the other trilateral commission.
November 25th. The market Mondays before Black Friday. Stay tuned. Mark your calendars. Watch the show because it's going to be a limited type thing. So in real time, happening in real time. Watch the show.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah. November 1st, if you invested in the NASDAQ, you're up 6%.
Easy. Finito.
Just by mistake. Like, you're up 6%. You didn't know anything.
Yep. You think we'll have a strong Christmas rally?
I think so.
Well,
I think there's another Fed rate cut coming.
That's crazy. They cut after he got. I said, what?
Well, another thing that we didn't get a chance to talk to him about, but his prediction also before before the election, I don't know if it still stands, was that he thought that if Harris won, the stock market was going to go down and then it was going to come back up. And he thought if Trump won, the stock market was going to go up and then over the long haul go down. So it fulfilled the first part of that prophecy where it's going up. But now we have to see if the second part of the prophecy is true, where it's actually going to go down.
On that special show, I have some numbers marked out for us.
Yeah, Dow's up 6%, and S&P up 5%. So 6, and 5.
I will continue. Well, thank God it wasn't another 6 tied to that. But for everyone listening, I want to keep saying this: we are investing in the companies that moves the GDP of the country. There's no room for the 9th best thing or things that used to be great and fell off. Yeah. It's over with.
And we gave you the ETF literally last week. You want to invest in the best companies? Here's an ETF you can use.
Yes, please execute. And I will say this wealth gap these next 4 to 5 years, wider than ever. East Orange going up, West Orange. I said, damn, what?
South to East Orange.
For real. Crazy. Jersey City don't even look like the Jersey City I saw when I was in college in 2003. What?
This dude's worth $300 billion with no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, he'll be the first announced American trillionaire for sure. I'm telling you, when Starlink go public, Starlink may be the greatest startup in the history of our country. Like, we have another natural disaster, the government is going to be forced to pay them to put satellites across the country. Broadband access is satellite access is going to be needed for sure. Yeah. And he saved Boeing's fucking Starship that failed. He may be an evil dictator, but the boy's smart. I told you, he one of the greatest whites of all time. I'm not gonna hold you, boy. Whew. I know his daddy profited from apartheid. I know you're gonna give me the comments, but the kid is clever. You got to give it to him.
Defense AI.
That's the new business to government. When Zuckerberg didn't say anything about this election, I said, oh, I see the love. Because for those you don't know, he stole the Oculus idea from Lucky from Andrew, right? So now that Lucky's still mad at him, I saw the little Palantir team up. I said, oh, the business to government AI data play.
Yeah.
You maxed out the consumer market.
You talk about, so even what Mike was just saying, like, how do we cut spending? The one way he said was like, if we have AI really efficiently taking jobs at scale that cut costs. When you're talking about defense spending, instead of buying planes and missiles and tanks, now it's drones. Now it's satellites. That's going to cut spending.
Maybe not, because it's like those things are going to cost a lot of money, especially in the beginning stages, and then the bureaucracy to actually get that through and
for the markup.
Exactly. Yeah. So maybe not. It might even be more. You know how much just one of these high profile, like the supercomputer, one of those, like, so it's going to be difficult. I think that's what he was saying. Like, there's no way and we talked about that on Blackout. Like, where are you going to cut spending at? It's going to be difficult.
That's tough. You can't cut entitlements. It'll destroy part of the country. They already want to move the retirement age up. I've seen some things on Reddit for some people that were like former economists that there may not be a retirement age at one point in 15 years.
Close.
Social Security, run dry, pensions, finito. So,
I think what you're saying is correct, right? That the CapEx to get that off the ground is going to cost.
Especially if I run a company, for sure.
A lot of money.
Yeah, but that's in the short term. Long term, it becomes more efficient.
But then it also gets more competitive too.
Well, that helps.
There's always new things.
Competition helps pricing.
Yeah.
But then also it's more like the first iPhone. Like, iPhone now is more expensive than it's ever been. You would have thought that it would have got cheaper. Theoretically, it's like, okay, we had iPhone.
Inflation.
20 years, right?
Yep.
By now, we should be able to get an iPhone for $100. because it's easy to make. They mass produced it, but now the iPhone is damn near. But how much? $1,500 for iPhone?
$7. Yeah, if you get the Pro Max,
depends on what the different models.
And when it first came out, how much was it?
Like 500,
something like that.
It was $499.
Yeah, it's 500.
It's not far off.
It 3x, but I'm just saying, like, so theoretically, you should be like, all right, it's going to go down. Nah, technology actually increased. Television now, you're paying $5,000 for a television.
But here's the thing: is that the only phone that's used though? Right? Like in China,
no,
they're not even top 5.
Yeah, but they have most market share though. For the time being.
For the time. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like competition we'll see.
Slowly creeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that for sure, keep your eyes on that business to government AI drone race. I keep saying, if tech is the new hedge fund, what's the new hedge fund? The drone and data play.
The data play.
We're not leaving war. Trust me. So
no, it's never gonna. And that's why Elon Musk is gonna become even more powerful. Mm-hmm. His satellites, his technology, SpaceX, Neuralink, all these different things that he has in the works. That's it's only going to spend. I think that throughout history, if history is any indicator, civilizations have only spent more and more and more and more and more on war, right? Like from when Rome was fighting to when Greece, to First World War, to Vietnam. It's never going down. Spending, and as technology has advanced, the price of these things have advanced as well. The spear was free; you just had to make it, right? And then the machine gun came, then the atomic bomb came, and then the missiles came. So I just think we're just going to keep spending more money. I don't know how we're going to cut. I don't think we're ever going to be able to cut the budget. I don't think so. I just don't see that. And
war is one of our greatest GDP drivers.
And it's the guarantee throughout human history. There's never been a time in human history that was not war.
Forced conflict. Yeah.
Always going to be.
So I don't know how we're going to do it.
How to cut the debt? I don't.
You're just going to start taxing every American 60% of their income.
But then that's happening in France and everyone's leaving.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, you just create a secretary of budget cutting. Create your own title. I'll figure it out.
Elon's going to be. This shit is like an Iron Man movie, but for strategically,
it's happening though. It's like it's here.
Hold your crypto.
Well played.
Hold your crypto. Hold your gold. And then like the guy like Mike, these guys stay close to money. That's one thing. Like these guys stay close to money. So
this is in theory.
Yeah, for sure. So if he's saying this, then he's not just saying it for no reason.
I think we undershot it at $6 billion.
Well, that's what's online.
Probably. Yeah, especially after this last week. You see how happy he was when he
I think 6 might be an undershot.
Yeah, he made it hit an extra B this week.
Yeah, I feel like when we spoke to him last time, and when it was at 30, we said that. So now.
Oh yeah.
Congrats to him though.
Yeah.
And shout out to David Mel too. Shout out to those guys. Good dudes.
Shout out to Cedric Nash. I didn't need you to send what you sent, but
oh no, he would not allow us not to.
I'm like, you gonna force them to take the money?
Yeah,
cool, bro. No,
literally.
Hey, bro, please.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, he texted me like, tell the guy. I'm like, it's cool.